today's news video, we're talking about an update. We have a bunch of promo art to go over, and a bunch of things went wrong this new update. There's also like other things like research surveys and stuff like that, but that's besides the point, and let's get started in today's news video. So yes, that's right, there was a research lab survey that you guys can check out if you're a research lab. It gives you a bubbly for the reward, and we even got this little message for 2D hierarchy in Rec Room's Road to Rooms 2 series. They say that they made updates to the 2D hierarchy menu, including scrolling, dragging, and nesting elements in the containers. You can read more about it on the recent forum post by clicking below. Now you can read it on the forum post, or you can check out the Rec Room video that Rec Room has actually made. I will have both links inside the description below. Now there was new promo art for Rec Room as well. This promo art wasn't posted officially, as it had just appeared on like the Google store in some countries and stuff like that, but it's kind of weird because it shows features that aren't possible inside of Rec Room right now. Inside one particular image of this actual promo art, you guys can see that players are messing and customizing with the actual car, choosing the engine and being able to like make wheels. Jeff, the Rec Room developer, does confirm that this is not related to any sort of feature. The car in Rooms 1 already has a lot of tunable options. It is, however, somewhat representative of how we dream our vehicles in Rooms 2, having separate components in that are edible, such as the wheel. So that's the customization they'd like to have on the car, and as you guys can see, the car even has like some sort of skin on that isn't in the actual game. I don't know if this will be an official skin or anything like that, but it's still kind of interesting to know. There's a new bug with Rec Room 2 where you can't use your streamer camera for some rooms, so that's awesome. Anyways though, this is Countdown Club, as you guys can see it, and this is another clonable room that Rec Room developers had actually made and stuff. As you guys can see, it's obviously like a Russian roulette-esque game with a bomb in the middle and 6 players maximum. There's a bunch of items and you can see what they do here and stuff like that. And it's basically just an upscale hangout where the lucky few get to play an explosive game with life or KO stakes. 3 to 6 players test their luck with the use of the bomb, pushing the button until it explodes. Use your items wisely, however, and you might avoid an early exit. Now before I talk about this most recent update, I need to talk about some other updates that have like happened with the maker pen and circuits and stuff like that. There was major improvements towards room creation and stuff, and if you guys wanted to make a 40-player game with each person having their own custom weapon, you technically can now. So let me just check my notes real quick and see what we got going on here. Okay, so it's confirmed that there's double net for circuits. There's about 300 to 600 net for players now. And basically, if you don't know what net is, think of it kind of like ink of what you can do inside your actual game. And for Rooms 1, if you have a 12-player count and under, you'll have about 300 net to actually mess around with. If you have 13 to 24-player count, you'll have around 200%. If you have over 25 players, you only have about 100% of net to play around with. For Rooms 2, though, it is a flat 600% for any player counts in Rooms 2. So as you guys can see, your actual net inside your maker pen palette will reflect how many players are actually allowed inside your room. There's also a 60% CPU increase as well, and there is about 2,500 extra chips that you can actually use inside of Rooms 2. Rooms 1 is still 5,000 chips. So there's a lot of extended possibilities of what you can do with Rooms 2 rooms now. Your games can be more in-depth, you can add more things, it can handle a lot more things, so it's pretty cool. Now, onto our most recent Rec Room patch notes. So we got this update called the Replicated Chips in Guacamole Edition. They go on to talk about Rooms 2. I noticed that there's no TLDR this update, which I appreciate. Let's get it. They added a center pivot button in the quick action menu to move the pivot to the center of the current selected object. They fixed an issue with the replicator that could cause you to get stuck in the regenerate prompt when another player saves the room. They also fixed an issue where deleted replicators would continue to generate chips and leave them generated on every save. Too many chips, not enough guacamole. They also fixed the replicator spawn complete output so it will no longer fire before the object is ready to be interacted with other circuits. And they also fixed an issue where programming a replicator that had already made copies with object boards could cause all the circuits in the new objects to not function. Continuing onwards to avatars, they go on to say that when you're on the avatar item page for an item you've already bought, you now have the option to equip that item. We've updated the custom shirts button in the door mirror to say custom items, which will now take you to UGC instead of just custom shirts. It's pretty cool, to be honest. They also fixed a rare issue where avatars would sometimes load as invisible, and we see you. They also fixed a bug where you couldn't see a player's head scale update while in the same room as them. They had this small little Rec Room Studio patch note. If you guys are interested, feel free to read. I know not all of us have Rec Room Studio. And going on to general improvements and bug fixes. They fixed several issues, one consisting where some players with a huge number of friends were having issues with the title screen, so they hid in the online friends title screen for those people to improve performance. And hey, why did the mushroom have so many friends? He was a fun guy. They made some improvements to search and fixed an issue where certain tags wouldn't show when searching them. They also fixed where selecting an object to pull sometimes would show blank and off-center entries in the list of options. They also fixed where some holotars and My Little Monsters were wearing the Update Your Game shirts, and they basically told them to update their game, and they did. They also fixed where your controllers will lock up if you respawn multiple times before finish respawning, and you can finally be set free. They also fixed an issue with gift boxes not opening properly, and now they should, so happy birthday. They also fixed an issue where Stump Runner boards would lock your controls if you enable the respawn on game start and game rules. They also fixed an issue where the variable changed event for a synced player variable will not return to a player, and fixed a variable changed event for a synced Rec Room object variable will not return to the object. And for experiments, we only really had one split test this time around. They started an experiment that adds party cards to the online friends carousel, and you can try using it to reconnect with your party friends more easily. That was our entire update, but of course it came out with its own kinks. When the update had first released, players were noticing that some items inside their actual watch UI were missing, but that has been fixed now. Now the real reason behind why some items were actually gone in this new Rec Room update was because the file size for Rec Room went down. They were downloading cosmetic assets off a server, and it caused them to kind of get removed off Rec Room for a little bit. This was all for performance and to actually make the game file size for Rec Room a lot smaller. It was around 7 to 8 gigabytes, but now it's actually 6.1 gigabytes. Turns out that avatars actually take up a massive portion of actual file size for Rec Room. You can now also design a custom UI now instead of using Rec Room Storefront for UGC items now. Of course, you guys can skip to this part of the video if you guys aren't interested in any of this storefront stuff. Now there's a Rec Room developer on the Discord that actually works on the Watch UI, and they'd like to give sneak peeks to stuff. They recently confirmed that Rec Room has something exciting coming out in a few weeks if you liked the OG Watch. There's a lot to actually interpret from this message, but of course, all we can do is just be hyped from it. And kind of off topic for today's video, but someone had made a really cool little battle scene using Rec Room circuits. I thought I'd show it off because I found it very interesting. 175 people have membership on this YouTube channel. That doesn't convince you to buy a membership? I don't know what would. I have the most memberships than any other YouTuber. And of course, let's read them out. We've got the Cheery Deeper, Aaron Gamer, Eric, The, Amber, Mr. Bucket, Ariana, Cybermaker, The Checkster, Super Cool Guy, Forbidden Hunter, Glitch, Blue, Mist, Honest, Hype, Creep Gaming, Jaden, Rainix, Diego, Lucky, Z, Sea-Dog, Juanita, Belinda, Junior, Flame, Spring, Bacony, Item, Sophie, School, Toys R Us, Heapster, Snaggy, Uno HD, Insert Name, FMR, Lux, Bread, Tsunami, Red the Mains, Zion Malik, Santi, Eddie, Luna, Rust, Nocturnes, Bubba, Ben on Top, Monkey Man Shorts, Devin, Fishy, Outer Bound, J Sleepy, EEF, Ruse, Angry Monkey, Fireman, Lucky Wiz, Handbug Videos, Roro Swaggy, Quat, Dragonfire, Kuvu, Chase, Giggles, Grape, Eric OVR, Busy, The Transport Boy, Cam VR, Valerie, Jesscore, AC, We Yearn for the Minds, The Odd Guy, Big Boy Darius, Strip Animations, Blue Kuma, Kyle, Moon, Nat, G-Bug, Neo, Phobos, C, Jupiter, Bongo, Matt Lord, Redacted, MX, Rambly, Amzo, Skype, Danny G, Virtual Reality, Will, Harvey GT, Gengar, Jacob, Titan, Kobe, Cornex, TS4T, Yoda, Julian, Amber, Trippy, Doc, Arab, That One Dude, Chris, T, Willie, 2, Panda, Scotia, Mini Hat, Hank, Jollytron, Zipical, Data, Joey, Maddox, Mr. Bro, Wirt, G-Milkman, It's Bear, Able Colors, Smash Productions, Toms, Mr. RFY, A-Ray, Shreda Says, Go This VR, Brock Live, Dashi, Agent Coco, Dars, Dex Storms, True Trippy, Blur, Ondog, Jacob Tupia, Astro Boy, Vamp, Old Ticket, Sven, Semja, Datrix, DJI Core, Cray, Kai, Katam, Names Unlisted, Phyllis Art, Kitty Kaya, Dude Nolan, The Dragon Boy, Garlic Red, It's Ready RR, Dozer, BB Burning Owl, Raphael, Netflix Sign, and of course, Box David. And of course, let's continue on with the actual video. And after all of that being done and said, that was our entire news video. So much news came out. Be sure to let me know what your favorite piece of news was, and a lot of it was creator stuff. You guys can see some more videos on the screen right now, which are just news-related videos that I make about Rec Room. If you guys find them interesting, of course, feel free to click them. One might even be about, people quitting Rec Room, and as I'm making this video, quite literally, Juju just quit Rec Room. That's like our 4th VP already, so who knows who's next. Anyways, though, I'll see you guys inside the next video. Peace.